Welcome back, YouTube. All right, time for a desktop review, and this is a reloading manual. So we're reviewing the Modern Reloading book by Richard Lee. Of course, he had a first edition and a couple of editions after that. This is one of the second editions, and we're actually reviewing the 2017, but I just brought these out just for a comparison. So they kind of look the same. You got the 2016, we had a review on that earlier in the year, or last year. So over 8,000 new loads. That's from the original, or not the original, but from the previous version of the second edition. And the one we're going to look at today is the 2017. So let's take a look. Now, when I did the 2016, you know, I said, unfortunately, we were missing a few loads in here. Well, actually, just one major one that I really wanted was the 300 Blackout. They did not list that. And let's see, index for cartridges. Yeah, I'm still stuck on the original version. So cartridge index is probably going to be towards the front. Let's see here. Here we go. So these are the charts, and if we flip to the 300 section, we see the 340 Craig. Let's see, right up here. 30 M1 carbine, 30 AR. So they have some of those there. A lot of loads, a lot of cartridges in here. Let's see what the 2017 has to offer. We're not going to go one by one. But if we look at these comparison side by side, we will notice that we have the 300 Blackout. So the 2017 has the 300 Blackout. It's right after the 30 M1 and above the 30 AR Remington, so they kept that. So that's a new addition. I believe the 6.5 Creedmoor is in both of these. Let's double check. 6.5 Creedmoor is in the 2016. And the 2017, I believe, has the 6.5 Grendel. And that was another one I was looking for. They were missing out of the 2016, the 300 Blackout and the 6.5 Grendel. So we got 6.5 Grendel right there. We did not have that in the 2016. So we've got two editions that are fairly popular in the AR platform. And I did mention that if they did add those, I would be purchasing the 2016. And they did, so I bought it. So that's why we're here today. So, of course, the very first page I turned to when I purchased the 2017 book, I guess you know what that is. That's going to be for 6.5 Grendel. So let's look at that. So 402 is the page number on that. Okay, 6.5 Grendel. So we have a cartridge drawing here, and then an abundance of loads. I mean, they really threw the loads out on this one. So we're starting at an 85 grain jacketed bullet, and we're going up to 156 grain jacketed bullet. So a lot of loads in there for the 6.5 Grendel, and we really appreciate Lee adding that round to this, or at least I do. And let's check out the 300 Blackout. This was the most surprising for me. I was very shocked they didn't list it in the 2016. I would have added that before I added the 6.5 Grendel. Let's look at it. Now, this kind of threw me off. So I was looking at the cartridge drawing on this, and I noticed useful case capacity, 5.33 cc's. I was like, what? It's like, that can't be right. You know, that's gotta be something wrong with that. So I'm pretty sure that was a typo. That's way more than what it should be. So disregard that. I've not sent Lee an email or anything like that. I've done that in the past. on reloading books and very rarely get a response back. So, small typo there. There may be others, but all in all, it's a great book. We've got a lot of data. They start out with 110 grain on the blackout, and they end with a 230 grain copper plated bullet. So really cool. They're listing that copper plating, and most of the data that is actually in here is going to be Hodgdon data. They do have some accurate 1680s and some of the popular weights. You know, you got the 220, and the jacketed data is going to be 1680. So, and they do have the CFE black listed in here. So if anyone's running that, we don't have any of the new accurate powders listed, but they do have the 1680 and the 5744. So, and the Enforcer. So if you're looking at round shot, so kind of cool book. Very close to what we had in the 2016 version. Is it worth the buy? You know, I've always said it never hurts to have too many reloading books. If I was going from, you know, one of the standard second editions, I would probably skip the 2016 and go straight to the 2017. Not sure if they're going to come out with the 2018. They may have. I haven't seen it on the bookshelves. I'm thinking they're probably going to wait. I don't think they'll release one every year. I wouldn't think so, because people, I think, will get burnt out of buying them. But hey, great thing about these data books is there's an abundance of loads. They get all this from the powder manufacturers, and I mean, they really, really have the data. So do watch those charts, though. You know, it takes an extreme amount of time and effort to produce one of these books. You will have typos. I mean, it's going to happen. Something as far as, you know, case capacity, you know, we're 5 times the amount, or almost five times the amount that it should be. Not a biggie. You know, just draw a line through it. You know, make a correction. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to put a line straight through that, so that way I know, hey, that case capacity is not that, but anybody that reloads 300 blackout, that's instantly going to jump out at them. So anyway, the front's pretty much the same. I didn't see any major differences from the previous versions. They do have some of their new equipment in there, like they did in the 2016. But all in all, for the price, it's one of the least expensive reloading manuals you're going to find. And I use it. You know, I mean, I use this book. It's one of the first ones I grab when I'm looking at data and determining what I want and, you know, what powder and, you know, the differences on those loads. So definitely worth having one. So anyway, this is a quick desktop review, not very detailed. You know, you can see the 2016, and there's hundreds of desktop reviews for the original second edition. So you still have your great dipper charts in the back, and auto disc. There's your dippers. So, and your powder. So if you're going, you know, volume measure density, the VMD, that's really good to look at case capacity. I actually use that a lot, especially in the beginning. I would really study those and look at that as far as case capacity. So grains, you know, per that case capacity in centimeters. Very, very useful. And then the dipper charts, I still use those dippers to this day. You know, I use a lot of those. So a lot of good information. You know, it's not the only book you should have, but if you don't already have a modern reloading manual by Richard Lee, definitely get one. It's going to be worth the investment, and you will use it. So there you have it. It's the Modern Reloading Second Edition by Richard Lee, revised for 2017. Over 37,000 new loads from the first edition. So Hope you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button. Leave me some comments. If you've noticed anything in this book or the 2016 edition, let us know. Throw those in the comments, and let's get a conversation started, especially between each other. Hope all is well. We will see you on the next video.